Oh, hey, how's it going? Right on, right on. Well, I just got back from the dentist, and which I'm very grateful that I got a chance to go and see the dentist. But I haven't seen a dentist in almost 2 decades. It's not because I don't like dentists, and I don't. It's not because I'm scared of dentists, and I am. It's because I don't have dental insurance, and the last time I had dental insurance was like in 2006 at one of the firms that I was at, one of the best firms. I never should have left them. They were the best. Why can't young guys learn the real lesson early on that the grass is not greener on the other side? I don't know. I didn't. But anyhow, my point is so even though I take very good care of my teeth, over 20 years, my teeth have deteriorated. And with some of the medication that I take for the nerve damage in my lower back, the buprenorphine to be specific, it causes your teeth to fall apart. Not to mention that, like with my CPAP situation and all these other things, I end up sleeping with my mouth open. When your mouth is open and it dries out, it jacks up your teeth really, really fast, like causes serious problems. Anyhow, all things in place. I went to see the dentist, and they set out a plan. They're going to extract 3 teeth, and where we go from there will kind of depend on my finances, on what I can do, whether I can get replacement teeth or bridges or anything that'll help, or whether I just end up settling for bomb holes in my mouth. And, I'm fine with that as long as I can eat crunchy food, dude. I'm tired of nonstop liquid diet. And, if it was nonstop liquid beer diet, that would be fun. No, I'm just kidding. You can't drink that much beer. You can't stay alive that way. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. Anyhow, I'm actually in a pretty good mood because I'm happy about the progress that is happening in my life. And it's made me think back to one of the bikes I built that you guys have seen that has a very interesting backstory. And it is Ming the Merciless. Now, that's a 1968 Colombia Rover that had been turned into like a bingo random ball generator type unit. Hopefully I'm inserting this video over this section so that you can see like exactly what I'm talking about. But at a point, the collective was going to throw this bike out, like it was in the garbage pile, and I saved it. And when I saved it, I decided that I was going to do the craziest thing I could to it and turn it into the coolest clunker that I possibly could. So without further ado, any more conversation about my health or teeth, I will show you the bike. Much love. Here we go. So, this is Ming the Merciless, and the first thing you're going to see is the fork. It's crazy. This Girvin is awesome. I love this kind of suspension. I think it is just the coolest, and it has such a cool travel path on it. It's really incredible. On the head tube, we got Ming, how we do. And then the first thing that you're gonna notice about this bike is that on the front end, I replaced all of the Girvin bolts with titanium gold bolts. And I mean them all. The next thing I did was try to stack it with what I thought was the coolest BMX stem out there. It's got that total clamp situation going on. And instead of using titanium on in, I used Shadow Conspiracy headset bolts, the hollow ones, and they turned out all right. But as I reported to the manufacturer and the seller, they kind of fell apart, like the coloring on them kind of scraped off, but they turned out good on this. The next thing that I really found that I was super stoked on was a period correct crossbar pad for an original Columbia. Now, I had to pay a lot of money for this old beat up pad, but I think it was worth it. I think it was totally worth it. Okay, and then you go down to the only bits of braking system on here, and you can see how I've got a booster on there. Now, that gives me the ability to get double pull out of a short pull lever for linear or cantilever brakes. And this makes a world of difference on how this bike performs. It just, the front brake works really, really well. Then I threw, some, BMX style Klunker bars on there. A set of sweet rims and a wheel set, front and rear, with the classic white wall tire, the big block, Duro big block, yep. With the brace bridge on there. God, I love this bike, it's so cool. And then as we come around past my favorite grips in the whole world, you can see I've got a cool little, oh, I'm turning right. Oh, I just want to notify you I'm here. And that's on both ends, both bars. Ew! Which is awesome. Then we come back down and along with the theme of Flash Gordon and Ming, that's one of his attack ships, Ming's attack ships. I can't remember the name of it, but it was pretty cool. And I love the cantilever setup of this bike. It's just beautiful, especially how it turns into the rear stays. It's just rad. And I don't want to go past it too quickly. Yet another image of Ming the Merciless next to these wicked cranks. Now these things are beautiful. I got a vintage Profiles Spider with a sweet Seguno chainring and black and gold chain, and of course the gold bear traps, red bear traps, which are pretty sweet. And then as we come back, you'll see that the seat post is a special custom nut and a titanium bolt. The bolt and the nut were like 40 bucks just for that little piece. Then you go into the fluted seat post, which is old school and fits the 7/8 inch seat post on this bike perfectly. And then we have the leather Cardiff saddle, which turned out really good. These were kind of a more affordable leather saddle. I have found that if you have them in the weather, they really lose shape very quickly. I had one on a winter bike, and it just got beat to crap in a matter of nothing. Like a day or two, and the entire seat was ruined. So if you go with the Cardiff saddles, they're very comfortable. They work very good. They're comparable to the B17 Brooks, but their finish and stay is not quite the same way. You need to put more maintenance into them, much more mink oil and stuff like that to make sure that they're taken care of. Then as we go to the back, I purchased a brand new wheel, complete wheel for this bike. Like entire rim, spokes, hub, everything is brand new. And I built it specially for this bike. I was gonna try to put one of the original old S7s or whatever they are on there, but I couldn't find one that fit right, blah, blah, blah. And then I did a little paint job on the rear seat stays. The black that you're seeing here wasn't there. It was down here, but it wasn't up here, and there were all kind of scratches and stuff. So I kind of just mirrored that image, that look of the black that is echoed up here on the front. This, you know, black with these kind of like notches in it, stuff like that. I wanted to echo that back here, and it worked out really good. And then I used these gold, like kind of like what were the things on the boots of a cowboy? You know what I mean? The stars and stuff. Thought that was kind of cool, so that I could get the right kind of position out of the chain and get the tension just right. Anyhow, this bike is so much fun. It is so comfortable to ride, and it is awesome, and it's hard to believe that this came from a bike that was relegated for the garbage. Man, be careful what you throw away. You might be throwing away a treasure. Anyhow, love you guys. Thank you for stopping by the neighborhood bike shop, and I hope to see you again. Peace.